Well, we were delighted to get involved as a Sheffield Teaching Hospitals Foundation Trust. We had an inventor who came up with a very good idea, and we were able, through the Devices for Dignity project, to use our clinical engineering staff here at the Royal Hallamshire Hospital to produce what the inventor came up with, the Dignity Commode, and then to work across the sector with small, medium enterprises, business, industry, to create something that was then sellable, marketable, and would benefit patients. The Devices for Dignity project works with a number of other universities, including Sheffield University, and a number of other hospital and health service trusts, but it is actually hosted here at Sheffield Teaching Hospitals. So we have a lot of interaction through our staff here, particularly the clinical engineering staff. One of the advantages of this is that we can bring to bear all the normal things that go on in the healthcare world, such as control of infection, such as new techniques in the health business, and bring them to bear on a project that is designed outside but then built here with these new additions on it, these new improvements, to create a really good product. What it means is you're trying to maintain a patient's privacy, dignity, but most important that they can manage their healthcare for themselves. This is the new way in which we're trying to ensure that patients, wherever they can, take responsibility for their own health. And the Dignity Commode really is a great example of them being able to do this. What we've got here is a combination between a sort of dating agency and Dragon's Den. What I'm really delighted about in this project is that the staff here at Sheffield Teaching Hospitals have had a real input into the Dignity Commode, and indeed many other things that we're in the middle of designing. So somebody comes up with a very good idea, and it's their skills and their expertise that have brought this thing and this project to life. For instance, we've put in the latest technology and the latest advice and guidance about infection control, so it's the best product it can possibly be. So somebody has an idea, we introduce that idea to industry, we put the hospital and the health service in the middle of it, and the end is that we have a really good product, good idea, good health service in the middle of it, an industry that's able to market it and deliver it at the end. And the whole chain is complete.
The Healthcare Technology Cooperative is really an innovative way of partnership working. Devices for Dignity, or D4D as we call it, is really quite unique in the sense that we are very firmly embedded within the NHS. And what that means for us is that we have access to a lot of clinical expertise and clinical know-how. And of course we have access to patients because that's our everyday activity, it's what we're about within the NHS. But for D4D, what it means is that we absolutely know what technologies are needed by patients, and we also know what works and what doesn't, and we have expertise which allows us to assist in making things better. So essentially what Devices for Dignity does is to bring together partnerships, working together with other NHS professionals, working with patients, working with universities, researchers in university departments, and working with industry in order to develop the very best products and technologies for our patients. And hopefully in that way we improve the health of our patients, we improve their ability to be independent, to live with dignity. We're supported by a number of different funding bodies, the National Institute for Health Research, the Technology Strategy Board, and 2 of the research councils. And we also work very closely with the Department of Health in ensuring that the products that come out of D4D are adopted within NHS organisations. Once we got the Dignity Commode to the stage where it was a commercially viable proposition, we continued to support the inventor and the manufacturer, Gordon Ellis, in terms of ensuring that the final product was fit for purpose. People often ask what patient-centred care is all about, and for me it's about putting patients at the heart of everything that we do. So it's about involving patients in our decision making and making sure that what we do is right for them and delivers what they need.
Initially the project came in through Andy Speechley, through his contact with D4D, came to see us about improving this initial design concept that he had. had a meeting with several ideas we wanted to incorporate into the design. He had a few extras. Between us we came up with the final plan, did the drawings, got on with the initial prototype development, built this first device for him, which he loved. He took to several shows, and then went to Gordon Ellis, obviously the company we found, to build the final model that would go out into the real world. We used both the electronic side of clinical engineering and also infection control in the hospital. We invited them down to come and give their views and reports on the initial design, which they did, which Gordon Ellis then incorporated in the final version.